Miss Amy, and it's so nice to see you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I see lots of friendly faces today. Today I see Abby and Wilkes and Wally. Hi, Abby. Hi, Wilkes. Hi, Wally. I also see Marcia and June and Phoebe. Hi, Marcia. Hi, June. Hi, Phoebe. Thank you so much for joining me. And I also see Philip and Francesca and Evangeline. Hi, Philip. Hi, Francesca. Hi, Evangeline. And I see Addie and Asher and Leona and Merritt. Hi, Addie. Hi, Asher. Hi, Leona. Hi, Merritt. I'm so happy that you're all here with me today. And today we are going to be learning all about springtime. That's right, I am so excited to talk about springtime and learn with you about the seasons that God brings. That's right, so today we're going to be learning all about springtime. Did you know that spring is the season that comes after winter? Yes, that's right. So we had summer and then fall when all the leaves fall down, and then winter where it's usually cold, and then we have springtime. And springtime is the season where everything starts to grow again. And the flowers bloom, and the trees start getting all the nice green leaves, and lots of baby animals are born. That's right. And God makes the sunshine and the rain, and He makes all the new life that we see during the springtime. Spring is such a fun season.
Buzz, buzz, I'm a bumblebee, fresh flowers for pollen and so busy. Buzz, buzz, I'm a bumblebee, buzz, buzz, I'm a bumblebee. Hop, hop, I'm a little bunny, fresh carrots to eat, they're so yummy. Hop, hop, I'm a little bunny, hop, hop, I'm a little bunny. Springtime is here, God made it so. New life and beauty everywhere we go. From the fresh flowers to the sky so blue, God made all things and He made me too. Tweet, tweet, I'm a baby bird. Springtime is sweet with lots of worms. Tweet, tweet, I'm a baby bird. Tweet, tweet, I'm a baby bird. Ribbit, ribbit, I'm a green frog. Lots of flies to catch from my log. Ribbit, ribbit, I'm a green frog. Ribbit, ribbit, I'm a green frog. Springtime is here, God made it so. New life and beauty everywhere we go. From the fresh flowers to the sky so blue, God made all things and He made me too. Peep, peep, I'm a fresh new chick, leaving my home made from grass and sticks. Peep, peep, I'm a fresh new chick. Peep, peep, I'm a fresh new chick. Moo, moo, I'm a baby cow. Everything's new, Mom will show me how. Moo, moo, I'm a baby cow. Moo, moo, I'm a baby cow. Springtime is here, God made it so. New life and beauty everywhere we go. From the fresh flowers to the sky so blue, God made all things and He made me too.
Do you see that? It's starting to rain. Oh, let me grab my umbrella. Okay. All right, let's open it up. There we go. Wow, did you know that rain is God's way of watering the earth? That's right, God makes it rain so that all the animals and the plants can get water. Yes, it rains so the earth can get water and then the plants start to grow and turn green and the flowers bloom. Yes, it rains a lot in the springtime, doesn't it? Yeah, it rains a lot in the springtime because God is watering the earth so everything can start growing again. That's right, He waters the earth with the rain, and then the flowers start to grow, and the trees start to turn green, and everything starts looking so beautiful.
Hey kids, it's time for the funniest part of the day, Jokes with Pepper.
Jokes with Pepper!
Today we've got some good animal jokes. Why did the dog need lotion? Because his skin was so rough. Where does the horse go when he gets sick? The hospital. And our last joke today. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. Well, that's all for today. I'll see you later.
In the springtime, lots and lots of little baby animals are born. And baby animals are so cute, aren't they? I think baby animals are so cute. So let's see some of the animals and their little babies that are born during the spring. Oh, look, here's a chicken. A chicken and a baby chicken is called a chick. That's right. We have a chicken and then a little baby chick. And do you remember what the chicken says? The chicken says, "Bok, bok, 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 bok." That's right. All right, what else do you see? I see some sheep, some woolly sheep, and a baby sheep. Do you know what a baby sheep is called? A baby sheep is called a lamb. That's right, a sheep and a lamb. And look, I see some rabbits. Some rabbits. And do you know what a baby rabbit is called? A baby rabbit is called a kit, or it can also be called a bunny. Look, a kit or a bunny. They're so cute, aren't they? Yes, I love little bunnies. Now what do you see? I see some ducks. That's right, some ducks. And what does the duck say? Do you remember what ducks say? Ducks say quack, 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 quack. That's right. And a baby duck. Do you know what a baby duck is called? Look, a baby duck is called a duckling. Look at those cute little ducklings. Yes, a duck and the duckling, the little baby ducklings. Now I see a cow. A cow. And the cow says moo. Moo. That's right. And what is the baby cow called? Do you know what the baby cow is called? A baby cow is called a calf. That's right. A baby cow is a calf. So we've got the mom who's a cow, and then we have the baby calf. And look, I see a horse. A horse. And do you remember what the horse says? What sound does the horse make? Do you know? Yes, the horse says neigh, Neigh! That's right. That's what the horse says. And a baby horse is called a foal. That's right. A baby horse is called a foal. So we have a horse and a foal. All right, I see another one. It's a pig. That's right, it's a pig. And what noise does the pig make? The pig says, oink, 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 oink. That's right. And do you know what a baby pig is called? A baby pig is called a piglet. What a cute little piglet. Oh, lots of little piglets. I love little piglets. They're so cute, aren't they? All right, and now that we've learned the baby names for the animals, we're going to play a game. All right, so we are going to match the animals with the baby name, okay? All right, so let's play. Let's see, the first one I see is a rabbit. A rabbit. And do you remember what the name of the baby rabbit was? What is a baby rabbit called? Do you know? Yes, that's right, a kit or a bunny. There we go. What a cute little bunny. A kit or a bunny is a baby rabbit. That's right. All right, now I see a cow. There's the cow. Do you remember what the name of the baby cow is? What is a baby cow called? That's right, a baby cow is called a calf. There we go. Good job. All right, what's next? I see a duck. A duck. And what is a baby duck called? Do you remember? A baby duck is called a duckling. That's right, a duckling. And they say quack, 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 quack. Good job. I see a sheep. What is a baby sheep called? Do you remember? What is the name of a baby sheep? Yes, the baby sheep is called a lamb. That's right, a lamb. And do you know what sound they make? What sound does the sheep make? The sheep says, bah, bah, bah. That's right. Okay, I see a pig. Look at that little pig. Do you know what the name of the baby pig is? What do we call a baby pig? Can you tell me? Yes, a baby pig is a piglet. That's right, a little piglet. And the little pigs say oink, 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 oink. That's right, a little piglet. Okay, I see a chicken. A chicken. And do you remember the name of the baby chicken? What do we call baby chickens? Yes, baby chickens are called chicks. That's right, baby chicks. And they say peep, 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 peep. Yes, and what do the big chickens say? Do you remember? The big chickens say bok, 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 bok. That's right. All right, last one. It's a horse. That's right, the last one is a horse. And do you remember the name of a baby horse? What do we call a baby horse? Yes, a baby horse is called a foal. That's right, a foal. And do you remember what sound the horse makes? Can you make it with me? The horse says, neigh, neigh. That's right, the horse says, neigh. And the baby horse is called a foal. Wow, you got them all. Great job. Thank you for playing. Look what I have here. I have a little bunny that hops around, and I have a little chick that says beep, 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 beep. And you know what? They were just telling me that they want to race each other. All right, so let's watch them race. We're going to count to 3, okay? You can count with me. 1, 2, 3. Go! Go, go, go! What happened? Our little chick stopped running. Go, go, go! Good job, little chick. Our bunny won. Our little chick got a little bit stuck. Good job, bunny. Wow, it's one of my favorite sounds. Do you remember what that sound means? It means it's time to get out my teeny tiny Bible. That's right, my teeny tiny Bible, because we are going to read our Bible verse for today. And let's see, our Bible verse for today is Psalm 118:24. And it says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it." That's right, Psalm 118:24. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. All right, and we have some actions to go with our memory verse today to help us remember it. All right, so let's learn it together, okay? All right, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. All right, let's do it again. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. All right, let's do it one more time. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. That's right. Should we do it one more time together? Let's do it one more time, okay? This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. Good job. It rains a lot in the springtime, so let's make a rain sound band. All right, you can do it with me. I have a box. That's what I'm going to start with first. All right, so you can use a box or you can use a plate or just something that you have at home that you can tap your fingers on, okay? So first, we're going to do the sound of some light raindrops. Just like that. It's just starting to rain. And then it starts getting a little bit harder. Okay. Alrighty, it starts getting a little bit harder, and now we have harder rain. So we are going to pat our arms like this for the harder rain, okay? Alright, let's go. All right, it's sounding like harder rain. Okay, now it's time to do the thunder. All right, we're going to do the thunder sounds by clapping. All right, some claps of thunder. All right, can you do it with me? Clap your hands to make the thunder. Yes, lots of thunder in our rainstorm. All right, and the next thing is the wind. So I have a little jar with rice to do the wind sound. So you can do something like that too if you have some rice at home, okay? And we're just going to shake it like this to do the crazy, busy, loud wind. Okay? Good job. All right, now we're going to put all of them together, all right? So we can have our whole rain band, all right? We're going to put the tapping together and the harder rain and then the thunder and the wind. All right, so you can pick one of them to do with me, all right? Let's do our whole rain band. The rain is getting harder and faster. So we're going to do some claps of thunder. Wow. Now we're going to add in our wind. Wow. That was so much fun making our rain band. Thank you for doing it with me. What are some other sounds that we might hear in the springtime? Let's think. I know, what about some bees buzzing? As all the bees go around sitting on the flowers, they say bzzz, bzzz. That's right, the bees buzzing. Have you ever looked really closely at a bee? Let's look at this bee right here. Bees have lots of little furry things on their legs. That's right. Bees have furry little legs. And when bees fly around, bzzz, they land on a flower. And then they get the pollen from the flower on their legs. All of the dust collects there on their legs. And then bzzz, they fly to another flower. And when they land on that flower, some of that pollen shakes off and lands on the next flower. And that is called pollinating. That's right, bees pollinate the flowers, and that helps the flowers to grow seeds and fruits. Wow, isn't that amazing that God made the bees to do that? That's right, bees make us sweet, yummy honey, but they also help the flowers to grow. That's right. So in the springtime, we might be outside and we'll hear bees flying around to all the different flowers. Bzzz. That's right. What is something else we might hear in the springtime? When you go outside during the springtime, what is something else that we might hear? Yes, I hear some birds tweeting. Tweet, 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 tweet. Yes, that's right. The birds sit and tweet in the trees and they sing to the other birds, and it sounds so pretty, doesn't it? Yes, some tweeting birds. What is another thing that we might hear outside during the springtime? Let me think. Yes, what about the frogs? Have you ever heard a frog before? Frogs will sit outside, and what noise do frogs make? Frogs say ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Yes, ribbit. That's how they talk to other frogs. Yes, that's the way that God made them. The frogs sit there and they say, ribbit, ribbit. That's right. So we might hear some frogs in the springtime. What is something else we might hear in the springtime? Well, we kind of talked about this one before, but it was during a rainstorm, so we might hear the wind blowing. That's right, but if it's not raining and it's not really loud, we might just hear the trees rustling because the wind is blowing. That's right, so you might go outside and see all the trees and the leaves just blowing in the wind. But you can hear that, can't you? Yes, that's another thing we might hear when we go outside during the springtime. You know, something else that we might hear in the springtime is some woodpeckers. Do you know what woodpeckers do? Yeah, they tap on the trees and find bugs and insects to eat. So it sounds like this. That's right. Have you ever heard that when you've been outside? That's what woodpeckers do. They peck at the wood so they can get some bugs to eat. So you might go outside and you might hear, and you'll know that it's a woodpecker, which is a kind of bird. Next time that you go outside, be sure to listen so you can hear all the wonderful things that God made in the springtime, like the bees and the other animals and the wind and the rain. Yes, if you listen, you'll hear so many wonderful spring sounds. Today, I have a book to read with you. We're going to read this book together, okay? And it's called What Spring Brings. All right, so our book is all about springtime. All right, spring has arrived. Today is the day. All the ducks cheer quack, quack, hooray! Do you see the little duck right there? The duck is yellow. The duck is yellow and the duck says, quack, 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 quack. That's right. And on this side we have all the ducks in the pond. See all these ducks in the pond? We have some ducks in the grass too. There's our yellow duck. All right, let's see what's next. Green frogs are thinking of fun games to play. They hop and they jump and they leap oh so high. And there is a green frog right here. And what does the frog say? Do you remember what the frog says? Yes, that's right. The frog says ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Yes, the frog says ribbit and they hop around. And I also see a little dragonfly right here. All right, the frogs hop oh so high, but not as high as kites that are in the great big sky. Look at the kite right here. Spinning and twirling, the wind gives them power. Look at that. A beautiful, colorful kite in the sky. All right, so the wind gives them power until they drift down to rest by the flowers. Look, a ladybug on a daisy. How cute! Do you see the pretty daisy flower? And there's a little ladybug sitting on the top. And this ladybug is red. And on this page we have lots of flowers and lots of little ladybugs. That's right. Okay, she's trying to find delicious red fruit. And look what she found, a strawberry. That's right, strawberries are juicy and most of all sweet, aren't they? Yes, strawberries are my favorite fruit. What is your favorite fruit? Can you tell me? Wow, that sounds really yummy. All right, so we've got a ladybug and the strawberry right here. Let's see what's next. Bunnies think carrots are the best ever treat. Look at that little bunny. So orange and so crunchy and so tasty too. That's right, bunnies like to eat carrots. This little bunny is brown, and then I see lots of carrots over here. And what color are these carrots? Can you tell me? Yes, the carrots are orange. Look at that, some orange carrots. The carrots need water to grow big and strong, just like you. That's right. Happy rain clouds turn from white to gray. Yeah, when it's time for it to rain, the white clouds, they turn to gray because of all the water inside. And here is a little girl holding her umbrella because it's going to rain. The rain gives plants and flowers a big drink today. See these blossoms in bloom, they're thirsty too. And look at all these beautiful flowers. Look at all those pretty flowers. What colors do you see? I see pink, and I see some purple in these pots, and I see blue flowers and green. Wow, so pretty, so many pretty flowers, and I see a few little bees on the flowers. That's right. Well, that was a lovely book about springtime, and I cannot wait to learn more about spring with you. I'm so excited that it's springtime and we get to learn about one of my favorite things. Do you know what it is? Flowers! Yes, we get to learn about flowers. I am so excited. Flowers are beautiful, aren't they? And flowers bloom in the springtime. And did you know that God made all the different and beautiful flowers? That's right, God designed all the flowers, and they're so pretty. So let's see what flowers we have. All right, do you know what kind of flower we have here? I see a rose. Wow, a rose. That's right. Roses are known for their soft petals and their really sweet smell. And did you know that roses come in lots of different colors? And God made each one different. Yes, roses are so pretty. Look, this one is a daisy. A pretty daisy. Daisies have white petals and the middle is yellow. That's right. And did you know that daisies close at nighttime and then they open in the morning? Just like they're waking up, just like we do. That's right. Daisies wake up just like us. Oh, look, I see a tulip. Look at that, that's beautiful. A pink tulip. Tulips are really pretty flowers. Tulips are known for their bright and bold colors and their cup-shaped blooms. And did you know that tulips are one of the first flowers to bloom in the springtime? That's right, tulips are one of the first flowers that start blooming. And look, I see some bluebells. Bluebells are another pretty flower that God made. Bluebells are kind of a soft blue-purple color and they're bell-shaped and they kind of look like tiny bells. That's right. Bluebells bloom in the springtime and they grow together a lot of times in a big group. And they kind of look like a big blue carpet all over the ground. almost like God's way of decorating the earth. Which kind of flower is your favorite? Can you tell me? Wow, those are beautiful. My favorite flower is a tulip. That's right, but I love all of God's beautiful creations, and His flowers are all so pretty.
Plants, 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 plants. On the third day, God made plants, plants. They keep our air safe and clean. Thanks to photosynthesis. Plants, 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 plants.
These are living stones. Believe it or not, it's not a rock, it's a plant.
What?
And this is the string of dolphins. Can you see why? It looks like dolphins coming off the plant.
Oh, how cute!
This is a sensitive plant. Guess what? When you touch it, it gets all droopy.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is a Venus flytrap. It gobbles up all the flies.
Oh, no way! Get out! Plants, 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 plants. Well, Mr. J, I'd like to learn about some flowers. Flowers, 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 flowers. On the third day, God made flowers, flowers. So colorful and beautiful, and that's good for the soul. Flowers, 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 flowers.
This is the bat flower. If you look at it close, it may or may not look like a certain superhero.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is the monkey face orchid. Yeah, that's right. It's a monkey face.
It looks just like one.
And this is the swaddled babies wrapped in their own little cocoon of petals.
Aww.
And this is the parrot flower. It looks like parrots taking flight.
Wow. Flowers, 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 flowers. Those flowers were so cool. Do you know anything about some trees? Trees, 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 trees. On the third day, God made trees, trees. They help the wind remain calm. They help us breathe better all day long. Trees, 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 trees.
This is the umbrella tree. It kind of looks like one, doesn't it? But it doesn't protect you from water, it collects it.
Oh.
These are redwood trees, the largest trees on the planet. They're longer than a football field.
That's huge.
This is the rainbow eucalyptus. Hard to say, pretty to look at.
So pretty.
And this is the palm tree. There's plenty in Florida where we live.
Yeah.
Trees, 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 trees. On the third day, God made trees, trees.
All right, we've got our spring coloring sheet here to do together today. I see so many pretty spring things. I see some flowers and a little bunny and a little chick and a bird, a mom feeding its little baby, and a bee and a butterfly. Wow, it's going to be so much fun to color. All right, let's start with brown. I'm going to color the tree trunk brown. Whoops. All right, let's color the tree trunk in brown. Did you know that trees are home to so many different animals? That's right. Lots of birds and squirrels and other little animals live in the trees. All right, so we're going to color our tree trunk and the branches in brown. Alright, we're almost done with our tree. There we go. Alright, now let's add some green leaves. Let's see, let's add some green to our tree. That's kind of a bright green. Let's try a different green. Maybe this one's a little darker. Not much, but that's okay. We will color our tree in green. When you look around in the springtime, there's green everywhere, isn't there? So much green, all the beautiful trees getting their green leaves and the grass growing back and the flowers popping up. So much beautiful green. All right, almost finished with our tree. All right, we're finished with our tree. What else in our picture could we color in green? What about the grass? Yes, let's color the grass green. Some nice green grass. There we go, because the grass is starting to grow back and turn green after the winter. And we can also make the leaves of our flowers green. Our flower stems and our leaves over here can be green as well. Alright, almost finished with those. Alright, a little more right there. Okay, now what color should we do the flowers? My favorite color is pink, so let's do pink for the flowers. And these flowers look like tulips. Do you remember we learned all about tulips earlier? That's right, and we learned that they are one of the first flowers that bloom in the springtime, remember? Yes, beautiful tulips. There we go. What else? I see a little bee. Let's add some yellow lines to our bee. What a cute little bee. And also, let's see if I have some black. There we go. We can color our bee black and yellow. There we go, some black and yellow stripes for our cute little bee. Now, what about this pretty butterfly? I'm going to add some purple. All right, let's do some purple. Purple for the big wings, and what should we do for the smaller wings? Maybe this kind of turquoise color. That's one of my favorites. Here we go. And I'm going to do black for the body right there. Wow, what a pretty butterfly God made. All right, now let me find the brown again. Here's another brown. Let's do the little bird's nest. I see, that's kind of a hard brown to see. Let's see if I can find another one. Here we go. Oh, that one's coming out. There we go. That one does not want to stay in there. All right, brown for the bird nest. And the mom is bringing the little baby bird a worm to eat. Look at that. What color should we do our birds? I think I'm going to do blue. They can be little blue birds. Do you remember what the birds say? Yes, the birds say tweet, 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 tweet. That's right, this little birdie saying tweet, 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 a worm for me. This little birdie is excited to eat. Yes, now let's do a tiny little bit of orange right there for the beak and some orange for the mom's beak. There we go. And then let's do the mom a little bit of a darker blue. That's a pretty color. The mom is feeding her little hungry baby bird a worm. Have you ever had a bird nest near your house? Sometimes we have bird nests near our house, and then we get to watch the mom bird and the dad bird come and feed the little babies. And it's always so fun to see the little babies waiting there with their mouths open for their food. All right, we're finished with our birds. Now let's do kind of a little pinkish color for this worm right here. Here we go. Now let's see what else we can do. How about we color our cute little baby chick? And I'm going to do yellow. All right, let's color our cute baby chick in yellow. What a cute little baby chick. And do you remember from our song what the little baby chick says? Yes, the little baby chick says beep, 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 beep. That's right. Little baby chicks are so cute, aren't they? All right, our little baby chick is looking so cute. And I'm going to add a little bit of an orange color for its beak. Here we go, and I think that's its tongue inside there. Okay. All right, what a cute little chick. All right, time to do the bunny. What color should we do this little bunny? I'm looking, what about this light brown color? That looks like a good color for the bunny. What a sweet little bunny. We have lots of bunnies in our backyard. Do you have any bunnies in your yard? Some people have bunnies in their yard, but not everybody. But bunnies are so cute. Now let's do some little rosy cheeks for our cute bunny with kind of a darker pink color. And let's do a little black nose. And how about a red tongue? Here we go, a little red tongue. That's so cute. And now let's see if we can find a lighter pink for the inside of the ears. Here we go. What a cute looking bunny. I love it. Wow, what else do we need to do? Let's do some brown right here for the little claws of the bird. Okay, and now let's color in our words. It says, springtime is here, God made it so. Just like in our song that we sang earlier. All right, so let's see what colors we can use. I'm going to use orange first. I'm going to use orange to color in the word spring. Alright, that looks nice. Now let's do time in turquoise. Oh, actually this is green. It kind of looks the same as the turquoise, but this is green. So we're going to do green for time. Alright, spring, time. What's next? What color should we do now? How about, where is the red? Let's do red for is. Here we go. All right, springtime is. Let's do some yellow for the word here. Okay, we have a few left. Springtime is here, and let's do God in a light blue to match our little blue bird. Now let's do a pretty purple for maid. Okay, a pretty purple. All right, springtime is here. God made. Now let's see, we're going to do, is this green or mint? That's green. Let's do this kind of mint color for it. God made it. We're almost done. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, a violet color. Why don't we do pink for so? Pretty pink right here. Wow, that looks beautiful. And I think the little bee was telling me he would like his face to be yellow. So let's color in his face. There we go, little bee. Now our bee is happy. All right, and I am going to color in these little leaves right here in green. There we go. I think our coloring sheet is all finished. And it looks so pretty with all the beautiful colors for springtime. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn all about springtime and the beautiful things that God made. Let's say a prayer together and thank God for the beautiful season of springtime. Dear God, thank you so much for making the seasons and for making springtime and all the beautiful flowers and trees for us to enjoy and the new baby animals. It's so nice to see new life everywhere, and we know that you bring the new life. Thank you so much for everything you've made. We love you. Amen. Thank you so much for praying with me and joining me today to learn. I had such a good time with you, all right? And always remember how much Jesus loves you, okay? And I will see you soon, all right? Bye-bye.